And Eddie, welcome to ISN Network in association with TB Promotions. Today we're here obviously at the signing of your fighter, Umar Khan. How do you feel?
I'm happy for him, you know. He's been a long time coming since he came out of the amateurs. He's been waiting a long time, you know. He had his own thing with the amateurs. He's never looked back since, to be honest, since he's left. He's been training for a good year and a half to make his transition into pro. Because the amateur games are far between, you know.
Yeah, of course.
But yeah, I mean, he's class. He really is class. I mean, he loves the sport and he puts everything into it. So it'd be nice to see him get his reward out of it, you know.
Yeah, definitely. How far can you see him really going from at this point?
I mean, it's early stages. Personally, my own opinion of it, I've seen what he can do in the gym. I've seen what he does in sparring fighters. These fighters are sparring certain fighters, you know. He's sparring the likes. I know he lost last time out, but yeah, he gave a good account of himself. Chris Mahmood against Chris Ball, great fight. Another top fighters. And I mean, listen, look, I don't ever tell anything about sparring, but he does well with it. He obviously only does well, you know. I'll never say he done this, he done that, but because I'm not about that. Ramirez is a great guy, he's a nice kid, but listen, the kid's a talent. This, you know, he's a little gem that they're fan Warren Boxing and that they're fan Queensbury Boxing. He will shine.
Can he dominate this super bantam division?
Yeah, his size. I think he's massive for the super bantam. His size, his power, he's strong. You know what I mean? He's wearing 8-ounce gloves. You know, we've done a little bit of 8-ounce gloves, and he can really bang. He really can. And I mean, people are in for a shock. But this kid can entertain as well. You know, he can entertain. He's not flash because I don't like all that. You know, I mean, but he's good with his boxing. He can do it all. He can do it back foot boxing, forward boxing, counter punching, angle boxing. Anything you want, he can do. You know.
Fair enough. Obviously, he's at super bantam. Can we see him moving up a few weight classes? In time,
yeah, I think, in time, but I think it's the same thing. His cousin's Hamza Shiraz, you know, and everyone asks about his weight and can he go up, and it's the same story. They do the weight, they do it healthily, if they did, and the best advantage, if you're, like Richard Woodall said, if you're not killing yourself to make weight, you're in the wrong weight, you know, because you get every best advantage of everything, and I mean, when you go into super bantam, and he's probably natural heavier than that, you know, he's, you know, probably natural more. He'd be a lot better, bigger, you know, but he gets that weight and he'd be so strong. So that's his advantages, really.
Alright, I'm going to talk about your other fighter, Hamza. Obviously, I've been part of the journey as well from when his early days. I think he was like 2-0, 3-0.
Yeah.
How proud of you of his journey so far now that he's a European champion?
Well, listen, look, like I say to everyone, it's the same old story. He's 8 years old, he come to the gym. I started training. When I was training boxing myself, he was in the gym. And he was just a lovely kid to talk to. He was so young, and but he was massive. He was always big then.
Yeah, he's quite big, yeah.
And then he was training at Debden. Then he went over to 5 Star. He came over to my gym at 5 Star. You know, I was coaching then. Started coaching from about 12, 13 years old. Never looked back really. And then when he went pro A, it was a bit of a sad thing, but I weren't interested in the pro side of it, you know.
Okay.
But I'm realising all these fighters I'm making and creating, you know, are going pro. Why not get on board now? I mean, listen, I've done my craft. I didn't want to rush it. I started coaching at 25. I've been boxing since I was 15. I'm 34 now. You know, 7 years later, I signed my pro license to become a coach. And yeah, I've done my apprentice. You know, I've done my work. I know what I'm talking about. I know the fighters know what it takes to be the best, and they put it in, and it shows with Hamza. You know, so it's nice to be back with him working. And you know, the last 2 or 3 fights we've worked on, he's knocking them out. You know. So
he seems to be knocking him out early, more or less.
But he says he has serious pay. You know, like Golovkin, you know, Golovkin, he just knocks them out and he makes it look effortless. This kid does as well. People think they're bowled over, these look like journeymen. He makes them look like journeymen. Is what he can do to them, you know. And Umar's the same. Powerful, can move, a bit more of a. He likes to tear up a bit more, but you know, we're trying to wind that in just so because we want him to last in the boxing game. We don't have wars and. You know, you see so many fighters have wars, and they get hurt, you know, and we don't want that. We want to get in, get healthy, get money, get out. Simple as that, you know, and enjoy it.
How easy or how difficult has it been to motivate Hamza now that he's a European champion and during COVID not to add on excessive weight and stay hungry in the gym?
Even easier because we're looking forward to the comeback, you know. I mean, we've done it behind closed doors, but what we did do, we probably didn't want to do it personally, but we done it. He had a training camp. It was all April the 11th, I think it was. I can't remember it back then, but he was training for Paul Keane. That got cancelled because of Corona. Then we done a full camp, and it was literally 2 weeks out and it got cancelled. It was gutted. Then we get the news that it could be happening behind closed doors in July, so we trained, kicked over, and put in another camp. So there's 2 camps we've done, so it was nice to do it behind closed doors because he got rid of all the things he trained for, you know, and he put in a good show.
You put in an excellent performance.
But personally, it's not what you want to keep doing. We want the crowds back in there, like I said it before, we want the crowds back in, you want the fans, you want the entertainment, and watch it on TV, it ain't the same. Everyone's moaning about it on TV, but it ain't the same. When you've got fans there cheering, everyone's like, oh, this is good, you know? So we need the crowds back in. I think it's time to move on now, I think, personally, and start getting back to it.
Fair enough. Obviously, some advice for obviously grassroots fighters wanting to be obviously turn pro, like Umar today. As a trainer, what are a few words that you can obviously say to them?
Depends what sort of age. I mean, listen, when they're amateurs, get yourself in an amateur gym, possibly 5-star ABC in my club.
Fair enough. So are you still taking on fighters?
Yeah, I'm still an amateur coach, still matchmaking that, I still run the club. But yeah, there's other teams, coaches down there help me out a lot, you know. So, but yeah, I mean, we take them on, but there's nothing we can do at the moment due to the boxing. But on this side of get yourself in a boxing gym, amateur gym, learn your craft. Even as a coach, if you want to go as a pro coach, learn your craft. Don't just think you know it all and jump into the game. Yeah, do your apprentice. Get in there, sparring, lots of sparring. Yeah, I mean, learn it. Learn the game. Don't just rush over when you're 8 and you think you're going to sign. But when you're ready, you should have someone around you. They'll be honest with you. Tell them, you know, get yourself an honest coach. Tell you when you're ready. Don't rush it. Yeah, I mean, because this is a short-lived game. The pros ain't the long one like the amateurs, where you learn all your apprentice. You lose your fights, you win your fights. You know, some decisions go your way, which happens quite a lot in the amateurs. But yeah, I mean, don't rush it. Don't rush it. Take your time and listen to people around you. Get yourself a good team. Don't get yourself just, you know, one guy. Oh, we're going to go pro all the way. Get yourself a team behind you, because without a team, it won't work.
Fair enough.
It really won't.
White Povetkin, I've got to ask, was you surprised?
No, because you can never. I mean, listen. Like I say, the first thing that goes is the last thing that goes. Should I say, is your power as a heavyweight. You know, the last thing that goes as you get older is your power, and he showed it. I mean, listen. Look, he tried in that fight to throw big shots quite a bit, and didn't done well. Boxing really well, and yeah. I mean, he's just one of them shots that he'd knock anyone out. He dropped a knee, come up with the uppercut. What an uppercut! And he would knock anyone out. Anti-Joshua's, you know, people would make the same mistake. He would do. But listen, Povetkin's an old warrior. You know, give him the credit he deserves.
Yeah.
He was trying.
He's only lost 2 fights, to be fair.
His speed weren't there, but his power was there. You could see it. But yeah, I mean, he done well. Dylan White gutted really for him because he missed his chance. He didn't have to take the fight.
Yeah.
Personally, I would advise him to fight. No, not a journeyman, but have a nice, easier one. Just to build you up, keep you ticking over.
Keep ticking over,
Don't take nothing risky. You got a world title shot, but they took it. So, personally, in my opinion, bit of a bad advice. But you know, he can come back from it. Heavyweights. You know, he can come back. He can always put a performance on. I like Dylan White. Bit nuts, but I like him. He fight anyone. And that's the man's man. Tyson Fury fights anyone. It's man's man. Joshua, I'm not too sure.
So clearly, based off what you're saying, I'm guessing you think Tyson Fury is the number one.
Tyson Fury is the number one in the world. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I think. I'm trying to think people give, because he just makes it so hard for people to hit. You know, I mean, Joshua will stand there and have a tear up. He can box a little bit, but he'll have a tear up.
Joshua said he'll knock him out in the 6.
No chance. Joshua, it's just like when you put Joshua with Wilder, it's like, well, who lands first?
Yeah.
You know, who's going to land first? But with Fury, you can't knock out what you've done. And he'll dance all night if he has to. He don't really care. But I think Fury is so clever. His boxing IQ is different to Joshua's, in my opinion. Joshua's done well as in my opinion, he's more of a franchise. You know, he's got all the backing of everything, Range Rover, Boss, whatever. But yeah, when you look at like Dylan White, he's doing it the hard way, and Joshua's done it the easy way, I feel.
Fair enough. Well, Eddie, thanks for your time. I'm going to leave it there.
Yeah,
We'll catch up soon when one of your fighters become world champion.
100%.
All right, respect.